Hey guys, this is Brandon Burrows coming to you again tonight. I'm going to talk about, got tagged by MountainMan1478, I believe it is, in regards to doing a response about what are your 3 go-to items that you would grab in the event that you had something go bump in the night. And I wanted to come to you, I wanted to show you the 3 things that I have. That would be the first things that I grabbed in the event that I feared someone had made entry into my house. And he brought up some good points in it, in the request for the VR, or I know YouTube don't do VRs anymore or whatever they've decided to do. I'm going to call it a VR anyway. I assume most of you all know what that is. And he was talking about doing a response showing the 3 go-to items that we would all go to in the event that we feared somebody had broken into our home. And I have a son. Most of y'all have seen him in some of the videos. I also have my wife and I have my mother-in-law that are here with me all the time. And, you know, I have to be conscious about the weapons that I would employ because of the way that our house is designed and laid out. And I have to put a lot of thought into if someone comes in, where are the potential points of engagement through the house that you're going to run into somebody, and what weapons would go through walls, what weapons would over-penetrate, and what would do the trick just right. So my number 1 weapon of choice, as with just about a lot of other applications, is the Mossberg 500 tactical shotgun. I've got the Knox Spec Ops telescoping stock on it. It's got the adjustable, I think it's a 4-position telescoping stock. This was the one that has the recoil reduction in it. Has a 75% felt recoil reduction in the stock. Excellent stock, love it. We've got a Hogue 4N, customized, it's molded rubber 4N. It gets real good traction in your hand. I've got a high-vis True Glow sight on it. I think you might be able to see it right there where I'm getting the sight picture on the gun. The gun also has a TacStar 6-shot side saddle. Now, I intentionally load the side saddle in a certain way. The first 2 rounds that I would put in my gun are going to be slugs. They're just 2 3/4 ball slugs. It's a 72 caliber slug that's coming out of that shotgun. Second 2 rounds that I would put in are 3-inch double-aught buckshot. And the third 2 rounds that I would put in are 2 3/4 buckshot. So the way that would end up being is that the first 2 rounds out of the gun that I would fire would be double-aught buckshot in the 2 3/4 variety. The next 2 rounds I fire would be 3-inch Magnum double-aught buckshot. And the last 2 rounds that I fire are going to be slugs. The purpose of that is if in the event that I need to go long in the end game there. Now, I know that it may draw, and I showed you this gun's safety check. There's nothing in the chamber. Chamber's empty. We're going to close that. All these guns have been safety checked. Now, in this particular gun, whoop, shotgun just fell against the wall. In this particular gun, this is a Walther P22 pistol. This is my number 2 choice. Now, I do have the mag loaded on this gun with CCI stingers. The reason I choose the Walther P22 is for this purpose. Even though that I'm a large guy and this gun has this gun has a good feel in your hand. It feels good. The other thing too is that with this particular pistol, my wife is an inexperienced shooter that has little or no shooting experience whatsoever. She's not used to recoil. She's not used to feeling the recoil of a pistol and shooting a pistol. I wanted something that would be simple enough that I've taught her that all you do is pull it into battery, turn off the safety, and you go live with the pistol. So I wanted something that I felt like that she could handle, and she's not going to scare herself to death shooting in an event like that, in a situation when the adrenaline's high anyway. I wanted something I felt like she could take and that she could acquisition a target and fire it and defend herself with. So this is the nightstand gun. This is the gun we keep nearby the bed. I usually keep 2 mags with it. I have the other mag in there right now. I didn't bring it. I have a holster for it. This holster's made by Tagua. It's a Tagua in waistband holster. You'll see it has the metal clip on the back. Pretty comfortable holster for concealed carry. This is also the gun I carry when I camp. If I'm going to go camp or hike or whatever and I want to take a pistol, this is the pistol that I take with me. Very light, good pistol. You know, people discredit a 22 and say a 22 can't do anything. I have friends that are EMTs and paramedics, and every one of them who have told me they've ever seen shooting victims that have been shot with a 22, 22s in 9 times out of 10 do more damage and are more devastating in the event that you get shot with one than a lot of times than with a larger caliber, especially like a 9mm or a 380 that travels at such a high velocity. It's just going to hit you and it's going to go straight through you and not even slow down. And it'll be 3 blocks away in 2 seconds. This gun's going to hit you, it's going to go in you, and it's going to bounce around. It's going to do some damage. It may not stop the person, but it definitely inflict pain, inflict injury. And guys, it is a lethal firearm. It's a deadly weapon. In a properly trained hands, this gun can be used to defend yourself in a needs-to situation. I mean, you need to train. You need to know what you're going to do. Now, with the pistol, this is a 2-part package when you get the pistol. If I'm going to come out with a pistol in the middle of the night with no lights in my house, I'm also going to come out with a flashlight. And I'm going to use these two. I've got the strobe on this light. I'm going to use these two in succession. You can tell by just looking at the video, guys. It's absolutely blinding. The light that comes out of this comes out at 700 lumens. This particular light is an MTE M62. It's made by Greg McGee Engineering, McGee Tactical Engineering. You can visit his website at www.mte-usa.com. Greg sells and makes some absolutely spectacular lights. The other cool benefit to this is you've got a combo package. When you have a light and a pistol, you have a tactical combo. You have the pistol, of course, for its capabilities, but what if I pop around the corner and somebody's in my face and I don't have time to squeeze that shot off? I come up and they're in my face. Instead of taking and cocking them with a pistol and pistol whipping them, I have this light that I can then employ with a jab to the head or a jab to the neck or the face, and I can use it to defend myself in my home. This light has multiple modes. An SOS mode. Man, that's bright. We have a steady beam, that's a low beam, a mid beam, and a high beam. But these are the 2 items that I say this is a combo deal right here. You get both of them together. And the last thing on my list, but not least, and I know that Mountain Man had this also in his list. He had incorporated some type of a blade into his home defense program. And guys, I'm just going to tell you, I almost even hate to put a blade in my home defense options, given the fact that I absolutely loathe the thought of having to defend my home with a blade, with a knife. I loathe the thought of having to cut anyone, having to employ a knife as a defensive tool. With that being said, I could do it without a problem. You come between me and my family, I don't care if I have to stab you with my fingers. I'm going to do everything I can to stop you. And that's just the way it's going to be. I mean, it don't matter if I'm coming at you with a butter knife. I'm going to come at you and I'm going to stop you. You're not going to hurt my family. So the knife that I'd employ, I want as much reach, I want as much power and swing, and I want as much heft in the knife as I can get. I picked the Ontario SP10 Marine Raider, and we have a review out on this knife. You can go and check it out. I was corrected in this. I can't remember exact spec on it from the review, that the blade on this particular knife is actually 8.5 inches, if I remember correctly. I want to say that it's 14 inches overall, that the entire knife handle to tip is 14 inches, but the knife is massive, guys. Got a great swing for a chop motion. You can also stab with it. But in all honesty, guys, with a knife, if I'm going to fight with a knife, it's not going to be thrust, stab, or swing, or chop, or anything. I'm going to fight with a knife, and I'm going to swing it at you in a manner like this. Because think about it, even if I throw my hands up like this to block my face, I might protect my face, but I'm going to cut your arms all to pieces. I'm going to inflict some pain. I'm going to inflict some injury on you one way or the other. And I'm going to do everything I can in that manner to make you think twice about coming at me or coming at my family. And that's what I wanted to share with you guys. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank you for watching. Check out Mountain Man's channel. I'll put a link below in the description of the video. Now, he tagged several people. There's several people that have made this video. And I want to tag somebody in this, a rather new subscriber to my channel. I want to tag Mr. Sean S. Finn, 9mm. And Mr. Sean S. Finn, 9mm, I'd like to see your 3 go-to home defensive items that you'd put out there, man. And I hadn't got to as of this point. I'll shoot you a PM, let you know and remind you on this. Guys, that's about it for today. I want to thank you very much for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Have a good night.